night. Heroes from across worlds stand and unite. No other foe or force can match their might. The once great people of this world now hide in fear. All chaos shaken by the power of sword and spear. The black-clad armies of the Dark One now draw near. But in the distance, the sergeant and the bear appear. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We step far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Legions of Romans stand and let their arrows fly. The roaring of dragons and machines pierce the sky. Secret agents and the generals they defy. Swarms of orcs and samurai raise their banners high. In the wake of death, only one man stands alone. The sergeant raises his sword, high silver shone. He condemns the chaos worn on his soul. He stands longing for the day he may return home. Great heroes of past and law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Until the war for the world springs is won, they will fight until they're online. But Achilles will stand alone as one, and the bloodshed is finally done. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes are past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation, 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 to end the age of annihilation.
Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time, and it is time where we take a look at some more classic squads and heroes with some of these lovely people tonight. Hello, I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. Welcome to the ToV live stream, ToV podcast, and I'm here with this wonderful panel of peoples. Of course, we got Sir Joe Crazy, and we have Sir Josiah. Sorry, not. Okay, train wreck.
Don't ship us together.
Cut the stream.
Nobody wanted that.
We're done.
I'm an archduke, not a sir. There's a difference.
We're done for tonight. And then special guest, first time on the stream with us is, well, first time on the panel with us. He tends to frequent the chat a bit. Warpig, since this is your first time on the panel, why don't you introduce yourself and plug if you need to plug anything.
My name is Pigmate. I do a very erratic stream nowadays over on Twitch where I do painting of figures, mostly, well, nowadays Heroscape, but mostly Warhammer stuff. And I've just kind of moved over to Heroscape recently for, well, I think it's a better game, to be honest.
Here, and link in description below if you want to check out Warpig's Twitch channel and check out what he's got. And we gotta say, Bill Flint is in the chat, and he is seeing the test. Yeah, we had to test out a little bit tonight. And so tonight, what we're going through tonight is just a really fun night to cozy up by the fire, try and keep ourselves warm for the sudden freeze that's enveloping our land. And
as I finish eating my cherry Italian ice, and now I've noticed my lips are redder than they could ever be.
Matches the hat.
It's gonna match my face in a bit.
And so we're gonna be looking at some squads and heroes, and we're going to be looking at some comments because we need to catch up on some comments. We've got lots of comments, and I haven't had much time to read through them in the past few podcasts. But first, before doing that, we are going to do some YouTuber content creator type of shout outs. So let me share the screen and show you guys. We got a little bit of a list there, Joe. We do. We do. We absolutely do.
Let's talk about them.
I just gotta get this connected here. Okay, where is? No, I don't think it's that. Okay, there they are.
Got it?
I believe so.
He's got it.
Nope, I don't. Hold on a second. It's the wrong window. Hold on.
Please stand by.
All of those of you who like speed through, like twice or three times through these things, just ramp it up a little bit until you get to where I say, "Oh, here we are."
You're talking about like if you go on like a podcast, you like speed everything up by like 2.5 just to listen to it faster.
Basically, yeah.
Because Jill does that, and she plays it in the car, and I feel like I start to hyperventilate when she does it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
The whole point of a podcast is that it takes a long time. Like, that's the point, is you can listen to it throughout the day. I slow them down by half so they last longer.
Go on my 11-hour trip to Indiana, and I'm like, all right, I finished 34 podcasts in about a half an hour.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person that when I'm listening to like podcasts or whatever I'm listening to, I just like to listen to it. Although I've tried speeding up, and it's okay. But usually I just like to listen to how it was originally presented. But I understand the convenience, and I understand how we can drag on like we're doing right now instead of getting to the point. But anyway. And Bill Flint's saying, I'm not sure if anyone cares. The government might be over soon. Well, let's hope so. We can only hope, because all we want is Heroscape in our lives, not really the government. Unless they give us money, then But yes, ex-Rosecaper. Rosecaper is the only one who got the memo, and I didn't even get it myself, about ugly sweater contest tonight. So yes,
I actually designed this myself.
So let's take a look at some of these shout-outs then. Heroscape Helper. Now, this was actually mentioned, and here I'm gonna look at something real quick. This was a comment from, and it's a real quick mention, actually on Spotify, from Knox Brown again, saying that we should do an episode with Mac, aka the Heroscape Helper guy. Now, I don't know who that is still. But I did look up Heroscape Helper online, and I found this website, which is basically you can catalog and share your Heroscape collection. Very, very interesting. I still need to put everything in, install everything in to that said collection, but looks like a very interesting website, and I think you all should check it out. Again, link in the description below for all of these if you're watching this on YouTube. And
I was playing around with it for a while. Mm-hmm. It's, I think, extremely useful to have like everyone I'm sure has either their stack of sleeves of cards or like binders, okay, of all your cards, and that's all nice and dandy, but I think having like a digital version of that, just to be like, okay, what do I have? Like, how can I add to this? Just so you can scroll through it kind of on the fly. So if by chance, like for example, using Heroscape.org, you know, and you're like, oh wait, do I have this unit? Hold on, let me check. And I can go check. You know what? Maybe you forgot how many rats you have. Like, do I have 3? Do I have 4? I don't remember. And you could scroll think, oh, right, I have 4. So it's like, it's one of those things that's really useful for that. And also being able to have different collections. Like, for example, for me, I'm gonna make a Mara one where it just has an entire all the Mara that I own. And then I keep that aside, and then I can have my entire collection, or I can even use that to make armies, and you can save those, and you can label them as like, hey, this is for the, like for example, when ScapeCon comes up, or if you have a tournament coming up, you can save all your armies instead of screenshotting them on .org like I did. So it is truly a Heroscape helper.
It's very nice that someone actually come up with a website where you can organize stuff in this way. So yeah, I'm glad, and if anybody in throughout this community is listening to like one of these podcasts, whether it be on Spotify, and again, shout out to the Spotify audience, appreciate y'all, or on YouTube or wherever, and you know of places like this, please let us know. Because we love to shout it out and investigate it and see what these types of creations are all about. All right, now let's go to YouTube in no particular order. Glorified Gutsy Gaming. Now, stumbled across this one, and it looks like that they did do like reviews for different games like years and years ago, but not until just the last week and a half, they decided to start doing videos for just mainly Heroscape. Apparently, the person who does Glorified Gutsy Gaming really likes Heroscape a lot and gone to a couple tournaments, so is starting to figure out content on their end. So definitely give them some subs and watch the channel grow, I hope. And give them a reason to keep on continuing with the content creation there. And then moving on, and this is one I just actually discovered today, Big Spender from the Man Cave. We got some very interesting YouTuber names, very unique YouTuber names. I love it. And this is another individual who does different videos for different games. I think I even saw like they were unboxing Source Train. Yeah, right there. But also does Heroscape. They like Heroscape and does some unboxings and I think even some scenario play as well for Heroscape. So definitely check out Big Spender from the Man Cave. Link in description below. And
Ryan, is this supposed to be on the?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I think your live stream froze, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. We are not seeing.
No. They didn't
any
froze.
of the YouTube.
I just forgot to press the button. Anyway, for those of you on Spotify, none of you gotta know that. But
just ignore that. Ignore that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Glorified Gutsy
Gaming. Everyone that's currently
here
here and watching it on YouTube, we apologize.
This is what happens when I'm not looking at one screen and not at another screen, But this is why I have you guys with me, so you can point this out to me when I mess up, because guaranteed I'll mess up. So, Glorified Gutsy Gaming. They are right there. And if I press
should we have a contest to see if we can all say that 5 times fast?
Backstage.
What do you win?
Let's try that backstage.
My respect.
Something valuable, maybe?
Crazy's respect. But yeah, okay. And then Big Spender from the Man Cave. And I'll just let that... I already said what I got to say.
This is a very good... I've seen him before.
Yeah. I saw them pop up, and I like some of their stuff.
I love the title. That is just, like, great.
I feel it.
Love it. And then... someone who we should be a little bit familiar with, because we probably see him in the forums, Mega Silver. So Tommy is setting up, already had a YouTube channel, but apparently he's starting doing some online Heroscape via his channel. Might do other videos as well in the future featuring Heroscape. So again, some of these are low subscriber steps, so definitely check these guys out. Give them some subscriptions. Give them a reason to keep on going, because as Josiah has said, rising tide raises all ships. So let's get them, give them some confidence, and check out their stuff. All right. So now, what I'm going to do,
I do hope that Tommy at some point, like, will at least a slideshow, right? Like, put some music, slideshow, because his Instagram is fantastic. He takes so many pictures at his at the events he goes to.
Does he have an Instagram
put a little bit of that on YouTube?
He does not have that on his YouTube.
He needs to have that on there.
Yeah, he does.
Telling you, the man's talented.
Yeah,
because he not only takes pictures at events, but I'm pretty sure, I think accompanied with other people, he does take photos of the figures for the special cards that they hand out at escape cons. So
pretty much any news and information comes from Tommy. So it's
he is on top of it all.
Although they do keep on beating me at every tournament we go to, so maybe give them a little bit of love, but not too.
And Tommy's been on the show before. It's been a little while, but he has been on with us, I think at least once. But yeah, definitely give him some support for sure. Okay, shall we get into these squads and heroes then?
Yeah. Really. First up, we're back at Ease. We're still in Ease with Estivara.
Gonna be finishing Ease tonight, though. Finally,
we are
finally finishing the Ease and Estivara. Now, who wants to let's see here, give my voice a rest, and maybe someone who won't mess up. Josiah, you want to give Estivara a read? I think you can.
Yeah, let's see here. We're just reading the card first, right?
Yeah, here, and give me one moment. I just want to say that when it comes to Estivara here. Of course, this is one of the miniatures I animated with. As one of the primary character within Tales of Valhalla. So when it comes to the lore side of this character, I kind of have a fondness for it. But now let's look at the card and stats first with this. Go ahead, Josiah.
So this is Estivara. I can never say it correct. She's a drow arachnomancer. Is tricky. Is medium 4. Stat-wise, 4 life, 5 move, 3 attack, and 3 defense. So pretty low for 80 points, but that does make up for it with her special abilities. First off, she has Venom Ray special attack, which is a range 5 special attack that has the potential to inflict wounds. Pretty much, you inflict the wound with this. You roll the d20, and if you roll 1 to 9, the defending figure receives no wounds. But if you roll a 10 to 19, they receive an additional wound. And if you roll again for venom damage, you roll a 20 to destroy the defending figure. So pretty much it's like Sujowa's Sting, but it's ranged, and I have lost a lot of good figures to that one. And then you have Vol's Judgment, Aura, pretty much all arachnid figures you control within 6 clear sight spaces of Estivara. Roll 1 additional attack die when attacking normally. And Cloud of Darkness, pretty much if you roll 16 or higher while on a... just 16 or higher while she remains on that space. She has no visible hit zone the next time you reveal an order marker, which is really nice. So you have to be next to her to attack her.
A lot of words, but pretty. It's not a terrible unit.
No.
The thing is though, where to find the use for her?
So I've seen her used fairly well in spider builds, buffing up those spiders to 3 attack really makes them really potent. And I feel like this is a unit that was designed and made with a future unit in mind. Drow and D&D there's a historically Drow merge with spiders, like Driders are what they're called, and they're pretty mean and menacing. And it feels like it was leading up to have a unit like that kind of work with her. But I've seen her used to great effect in what's the big blue dragon? I always forget her name.
Quohan?
Quahan, yeah, Quahan. I've seen her used pretty good in Quahan builds.
And with 80 points, it's not terribly high to want to think about including it.
You can fit her in, yeah.
If your dice is hot, you can kill Krug in one lucky hit. So it's like it's really good, especially with multi-life. She's probably might see a bit more use nowadays.
And there's really not much to her lore, although I will say that when it comes to, of course, she's a drow. We didn't get too much lore when it comes to like D&D scape too much, which is why I like to fill it in with my own storytelling. When it comes to Estivara, I consider her like someone who's in the background, villainous, but she doesn't really use a show of force to get what she wants. She like the spider she controls, she throws out webs of deception and control to get to her own ends. Now, when it comes to her, and Jeremy can correct me if he hears this and I'm wrong about it, but I believe there's some connection between her, Ukar, and possibly the Valkyrie general who is not must not be named.
She actually created Valkyrie, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, I'm right. So, and that's the inspiration I got from her when it came to having her in Tales of Valhalla. Her just being in the background, orchestrating good and bad characters, good and bad guys, to do what she wanted to do for some unforeseen yet revealed goal. So she's interesting like that for that particular character. And let's see here, for like any type of tiered, yeah, she's like B-, I think, overall. That's how people feel about her. And I don't think anything that's been introduced via Renegade, now I don't know about VC, but anything introduced with Renegade or anything with Classicscape hasn't really elevated her unit. Is there anything with VC that elevates her unit? Actually, I can look.
They just released the Drow Assassin, which I think can take turns with her.
Okay.
And I know there's Scorpions in the work that would eventually have her help them out, but currently nothing too significant.
Yeah, so there's 2 synergy benefits received. Queen of Thieves from Ilaria the Pale as a tricky figure. Estivara may benefit from Ilaria's the Pale's 20-sided die enhancement. And then, I don't know how to pronounce this, Mirrodin, Mystic Sacrifice. As a medium unique hero, Estivara may benefit from Mirrodin's 20-sided die enhancement. Wait, what? What is this die enhancement?
So anytime you roll the D20, Mirrodin can increase the that, and that's actually incorrect because you can't modify special abilities, I'm pretty sure. So that's actually, I think, inaccurate. But maybe I'm wrong in that reading.
Well, I don't think you're going to modify the attack value or defense value
benefits
of those powers.
Mergen's 20-sided die enhancement. Here, hold on a second. Let me do something here. Let's see what that enhancement is. We're just gonna look. Gotta get to that tab. Mystic Sacrifice. After rolling 20-sided die for an army card of a small, medium, or large unique hero you control within 4 clear sight spaces of Mirrodin, you may place 1 or 2 wound markers on Mirrodin's army card, and add 1 to your 20-sided die roll for each wound marker you placed, even if this was enough wounds to destroy Mirrodin. So that's it.
But you can never modify a special attack, even with D20 abilities. Like Sujoa, you can't modify its D20 roll. If I remember correctly, based off the treaties they released, but like maybe I'm reading that wrong. So
it's just I think it's meant to just add a boost
it's
to whatever
for its Cloud of Darkness, not for its special ability.
Yeah,
is why it's there
for whatever 20-sided die roll that you're using with another unique another unique hero.
Right, because you're not getting another attack force for Venom Ray, but when you're rolling the D20 to get the extra wound, or even if you got to roll a 19 to get that 20, that would count.
No, it doesn't. That's I just remember it doesn't, because if you look at Sujoa, there's a big conversation about the similar ability. If it's bonded to a special attack, you can never modify it, not even with glyphs or anything like that.
Oh, interesting.
But it's for its bottom power is what it's referencing.
Interesting.
What if it's for clouded? Like, could it be the
Yeah,
20-sided
that's what
die
he's
roll for the
saying.
clouded darkness and not the venom ring?
Yeah.
Then? Yeah.
Right,
But-
yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah, because that would be a special attack. Yeah. So, but clouded darkness, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if it's worth it for that. To be perfectly honest. But Mirrodin looks. Was a wizard. Okay. We'll get to him sometime in the future. I'm sure. Who knows? But yeah, anything else to say about Estivara?
Not much. I would say just like any other build we were talking about. I mean, I like her because I like playing with spiders, so I'll add her to the build to help out. And yeah, I think she'd be fun for a Heroscape adventure too.
Yeah, she's
for sure.
funny.
Yeah, no.
Do we have any other spiders for her, or just the D&D ones?
Just D&D.
think
Just the
four
fire-like spiders.
Yeah, fire-like spiders. Yeah, that's pretty much. We need more spiders. Hey, renegade, more spiders. It's like you can never have enough bugs. I'm just saying, and not the alien type bugs, but actual bugs like ants, spiders, cockroaches. Just all kinds. We need them. We need them. Sometime down the line, please. Anyway, okay, let's take a look at Estivara. I'd say just overall a solid unit. Just only can be used for like a build or two. So
One of my least favorite sculpts in the entire game, but
oh, you don't like the sculpt? And well, okay, we're not finishing yet, but I like it when my character Toothpick comments on how tiny she is.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's not my favorite sculpt.
Fair enough. Anyway, that is Estivara. All right, now let us move on to next. You want this, Joe? You can have this, Joe.
Yeah, I'll take Ever.
Okay, take Evar. Again, another character that I have used for Tales of Valhalla. Well, I think it's actually one of the funnest effects, too, to use those frost hands and just show the effects for them. But anyway, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, Evar Scarcarver from Vidar. He is a human, unique hero, a Frost Tagger? Ragger? Frost
Rager.
Frost Rager. Why am I? Wow, that really threw me for a loop there. Frost Rager. He's reckless at a medium 5, life of 5, move of 5, range of 4, attack 2, and defense of 3 at a whopping 110 points. He's got 2 special powers, Double Assault and Frost Rage. With Double Assault, when Evar Scarcarver attacks an adjacent figure or destructible object, he may attack 1 additional time. Frost Rage. When revealing a numbered order marker on Evar Scarcarver's army card, you may also reveal an X order marker that is on Evar Scarcarver's army card to activate Frost Rage. For the duration of the round, while Frost Rage is active, add 1 to Evar Scarcarver's attack and defense values for each wound marker on his army card. So we're looking at a whopping 6 attack and 7 defense at max. That's pretty brutal, especially with Double Assault.
I think he's underrated. Like, I've never played him. I always forget he exists, but he always seems theoretically kind of good, especially in like Delta pricing.
Sure. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I didn't think of that even for Estivara, the Delta pricing.
What's Evar's Delta pricing?
Let me see.
He's
I
like 80.
imagine he's going down.
Yeah.
I guess
'Cause
that
I feel like he probably just gets killed before you get a chance to use his power.
that's what I was thinking.
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
Actually, let me scroll down here. Yeah, see, they kind of rate them. Yeah, C plus, B. Like Doc says B minus.
So just for those that are following the videos, just in order of alphabetical order, Estivara was 70 points, where she was 80, and then for Evar, he is 80 points opposed to 110.
I like him at 80. 80 points, he's kind of decent as a just you need a strong killer in your army. A little bit of range, a little bit of things. I'm excited to like Thorman being introduced, where you have like these one-off D&D heroes that are kind of strong, but like no synergies,
Right.
where you can kind of like bring them into your army now.
Yeah. Right now, all he has is Lagalore command courier. So you could put him with a command courier army. Those are always fun.
He might not be bad for clearing chaff, just with having double attack.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention you get to make all kind of fun Sub-Zero references.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that he's got range, I didn't notice that stat, that he has range. That actually, like, in my opinion, that elevates him a little bit.
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't need to be like close to somebody to do damage.
This dude's just chucking snowballs at zombies and knocking them over.
Snowball, snowball, snowball.
And the sculpt, just the frost hand sculpt is so fun. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Like, visually, like on the camera when I'm animating with Evar, it just looks so cool, and the pose is so nice for any type of battle scenes. Just from an animator's perspective, I enjoy animating with Evar.
It's a good model. I wish it was tagged was barbarian, and we had some more like barbarian synergies or units in the game.
Yeah, I guess you really can't do much with Frost Ranger.
No.
No, and there's not much. Again, there's not much in the bio. It just talks about. It's not really character.
Everything we just kind of talked about.
Yeah, it just says he's a Frost Ranger.
Yeah, but I do know, like, I changed his lore a little bit for Tales of Valhalla to where he was given like these frost hands as a bit of the power from the prime greater ice elemental. But the actual lore is, I believe he's given those frost hands by Vidar. For different reasons, and I don't remember the reason because I forget that discussion with Jeremy. But I know there's a reason he's given that, and I believe Vidar did endow him with those hands, or either that or that he was cursed with them. One of those two. But yeah, as far as like exploring the lore of a lot of these, because again he's D&D. We just were never given too much of an expansive background for these, and probably won't.
Yeah,
I'm still hoping we get the Axe Grinder lore someday. It would be great, but baby stuff now.
Yeah,
it's so unfortunate because all that stuff is just brushed under the rug, and I mean, same with Valkyrie, right? Like it's such a shame that there's nothing that they can do. Like, we have all these other crossovers in films and movies and things that they can do, and they make deals, and so things can so the community can have something fun. Why can no one make a deal? I mean, Hasbro at its hold has D&D, and it's like, nah, I just can't. Sorry,
they can't even get along with their own people in the D&D community.
Yeah, it's wild.
Making a deal is impossible.
So sad.
Yeah, but with that being said, though, nice mini, probably not played as much via the competitive scene, but still, Delta point value might give it a person option for a second look, and I mean we'll see if there is anything with VC or Renegade that can promote his value. I mean it's still one that I personally like, but I understand why other people wouldn't want to play with them. But anything else to say about this one?
I think he's a great character for Heroscape Adventure. Definitely take him for your journeys. So
I do think that's important to note is that these units weren't designed for our modern understanding of competitive play. They were designed for more of a campaign format. This is your boss or your hero unit that you had that had to go through 3 scenario type of deals. So that's kind of why they feel good, but not good enough in certain areas.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but that's like kind of fun. Like I like the idea that there are units like that, and I noticed that with some of our Renegade made heroes, they feel that way too. But yet they also have either bonding or they can work with other things, but it's not like super strong like a Marcus and his Romans. So it's a really fascinating balance that we have with at least with those renegade heroes opposed to our D&D heroes. Because once again, Heroscape is not just a tabletop war game. You can play this game however you want. So at the end of the day, you can take it for a scenario. You can take it for an adventure. Or if you want to take it for a singleton event, then that also works too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Next Heroes Only event, I'm thinking about bringing this guy. So like he's or Uniques Only or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something where there isn't mass comments.
Actually, I think that's where he probably would shine the best. Is mass crappy comments. 4 range and double attack. Start pegging them off before they get to you.
Yeah.
I can see him into like gallery pretty well, actually.
Yeah, like something little
like that.
Test that out. Yeah.
Maybe Aerogrots, possibly.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Because he gets pretty spicy towards like the end of his life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's just got to fill his points. He doesn't got to kill everything.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You must do what you're valuable for and then die. But you must make me happy before you do that and kill off everybody you can. All right, well, let's take a look at Evar Scarcarver. Appreciate the unit. All right, now let us move on to the last one for tonight. And that is one that is, well, as you can see, it's quite a beast. It's quite a beast. Fen Hydra. And here, hold on a second. I'm going to do something here. Lower that zoom in. And Warpig, would you like to do the honors tonight for?
Not really.
Oh, you don't? Okay. No worries.
I'm not great at public reading.
Okay, that's no worries. I
appreciate it.
I can do it. So no problem. No problem. All right. So let's take a look at Fen Hydra here. It's Fen Hydra, Utgar, and this is another D&D one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hydra, uncommon hero. And which we found out about uncommon heroes, which we'll talk about in a second. Marauder, ferocious, huge 8, 4 life, move of 5, range 1, attack of 4, defense of 6, 120 points. And if you want to check the delta for that, Joe, see if it hasn't changed.
Delta.
He's got to go up, right? Or
Yeah,
maybe
that's what I was thinking
Possibly.
too. He's got to go up.
Okay. Let's guess. How many points did he go up?
I think he's at 132.
32.
140.
When do they ever do it by 2?
He's playing Price is Right. He's hoping somebody goes over.
Oh my god.
Say
Ryan, you got a guess?
140.
140. Warpig.
130.
130. Well, it looks like Josiah somehow won at 132 with 135 was the point value we were looking for.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh my god.
Okay. Congratulations, Josiah. You win nothing.
Oh,
Or you win a new car. Okay.
The guess of 132. Who'd have thunk it?
Okay. Fen Hydra. Okay, let's look at the special abilities here. Hydra heads. When this Fen Hydra attacks, it may attack up to 4 more times. Reduce the number of times this Fen Hydra can attack by 1 for each wound marker on this army card. It says reach when an opponent's figure is within 2 spaces of this Fen Hydra, and its space is no more than 3 levels above this Fen Hydra's height or 3 levels below this Fen Hydra's base. This Fen Hydra may add 1 to its range when attacking that figure. And it also has Slither, because why not? Let's give it that more value. And if you don't know what Slither is, it means it does not have to stop its movement when entering water spaces. This is a pretty bombshell of a unit, and Justin in the chat is saying, yeah, Fen Hydra with Phantom Knights are my 2 favorite D&D releases, and they come in the same pack. I think they do kind of go well together as well. I've heard the Fen Hydra Phantom Knight build is quite fun, and I really got to try it sometime because I do have both of these. I gotta give it a try sometime. Joe, what do you think of Fen Hydra?
Yeah, I was just about to look up and see what ScapeCon event that I played that
I know I've seen them
literally
before.
went back to back.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Three-Headed Hydra, even though that would have been funny. Was it Delta? I don't think it was A&O. Wait, this is ScapeCon 2. Never mind. Hold on.
Whoa, hold
ScapeCon
on.
4. It wasn't pre-built Dragons. VC Heroes only? Maybe that one? Let me see.
Hold on.
Let's see. Yeah. Wait, was it? No, wait, hold on. No, let's see. Okay. Yeah. It was Mitch and his dad, Ultra Lord, had the same exact army. Oh, okay. So this was back to back for me, by the way. 2 Fen Hydras, Q9, Good Raylan, and Marku. Ew! Stop that.
That just sounds miserable to play against.
It was, and I had played Mitch, and I went, okay, man, that was good game. I lost, whatever. All right, time for the next game. Sat down. Oh, you're Mitch's dad. Oh, that's cool. What do you got? And he put out the same arm, and I went, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? Like I was mad. Like I was furious. I was like, this is not gonna happen again.
So I guess
not even a 1-round buffer.
No.
So I guess the question is, Josiah, let me ask you, what do you think is good against the Fen Hydra then?
So you are good against the Fen Hydra. You need to have something that can attack multiple times with high attack. So actually, this is an instance where you want your Sergeant Drakes. You want, because normally like it's almost always better to make like 2 attacks of 3 than 1 attack of 6. Unless you're doing with this guy, because every wound is so important.
Yeah.
You need something to get through it. The best thing against the Fen Hydra is a Fen Hydra, though, because it has the attack and the dice to get through its defense. Yeah, you just need to pretty much or auto wound things. Anything that like Morrow Hounds, you can have that thing go up against it, and you can just get some of those wounds on it, and then it's. Pretty much if you get 2 wounds on it, it's a lot more manageable. It's not that scary.
And we were talking about this a little bit backstage, but Maledrix. Maledrix is now an option because an uncommon hero is a unique hero in disguise, so Maledrix can actually infest said Fen Hydra and make mincemeat of it if possible. Make it a servant. Yeah.
Since the commons are unique, you can run these guys with Ornak, and your first order marker, you can just take 2 turns with them.
That's
two separate Hydras, and I've run into those a couple times, and I've played it a couple times.
I actually got to try that.
I was going into like one of the low point. I think it was like Elven Archers, and they just went through. It just was. They called it the chainsaw. It was just. Ate like 2.5 squads in the first round.
Yeah, and Warpig, what do you think? Do you think like if 1 Fen Hydra is bad enough, would it be fun to play with 2 or 3? Probably, I think probably 2 is better than 3 though. What do you think?
I feel like redundancy is key. Having war, like you wanna, it's just to your point, support it. There's a reason it's gone up in Delta. Like you don't want to run into it. 2 of them and then run into them the very next round. 2 more of them
with a Q9 right behind. Like that's not,
I know.
Not fun.
I'm still shaking my head at it.
Ah.
Now I understand it's the whole cutting the heads off thing, but do you think this would have been more fair if it would have been the attacks go up when it takes damage instead of down, and just started off lower, like flip it, reverse it?
See, I do wish it had the Hydra regrowth from D&D. So at the end of the round, you like roll a D20 and you can like grow a head back after it. Like that would be kind of like feel more like a Hydra.
I'd love to see like a land Hydra.
You know what, Josiah? Because they're introducing a brand. I mean, Renegade is introducing a brand. I mean, to me, it's a brand new idea or concept of having a boss card with Thorman. We could always come up with boss cards for these characters, so that, for example, in a Heroscape Adventure, I can run the Fen Hydra as that, and it has new abilities and has new stat cards. So there's, I mean, that's an idea. I mean, honestly, I didn't know that about the lore. I always thought that was like different types of dragons would do that. But you're onto
Yeah, I'm
something.
not fully sure because this is based off fourth edition lore, but classically the Hydra is if you don't deal damage to it with fire or radiant and then doesn't exceed like that damage threshold, it grows an additional head back for
Hmm.
one that was destroyed. So it's like a real Hydra. So as a DM, I actually ran a form of Hydra recently in one of my games. You just have to keep track of each head's individual health pool, and at the end of the round, roll to bring more heads back. So they're nasty
Mm.
monsters to fight in D&D.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
Bill Flint saying in the chat, I was able to take it out using minions of Ugar with Lovey Attack. Now that would actually
Yeah.
be an interesting like just scenario just to play out is an army of Hydra against Lovey Attack minions build and just see how they fare against each other.
Very similar stat spreads almost. Because the double skulls from the minions does almost equate to 4 or almost 5 dice with Lovey. So it's but I'm sure you were putting all efforts on it.
Probably.
You couldn't just make
No, you
probably
can't.
3 surrounded it.
You can't
Like if
ignore
you
it.
focus on the Hydra, it's not terrible. But if the dice just don't let it die, it's just terrible. It's just bad.
Yeah,
And
well,
with Raylan,
six
ugh.
defense dice is pretty strong for this thing too. My gosh. Let me read the because there is actually, even though this is D&D, from Truth has a description on it, and it's different than well, it's a little fun. It's got some pizzazz to it. So let me read it. Here it is. Big Bertha. The Fen Hydra sends those heroes that can't take the pressure running home to mommy. The Hydra clocks in with a massive beginning attack value of 4 attacks at 4 each to add insult to injury, usually literally. It also has a reach ability that allows it to attack out at 2 spaces within certain vertical limitations. All in all, a very scary opponent, very in caps, and a fun figure to play. But a good strategy and a hardy tank will help your army prevail against even the most dangerous of foes, or you can hope.
Yeah.
Ornak.
I love that.
It looks like Ornak is the only one in anything. Really, Fen Hydra is really you don't want too many synergies with this guy. It's already A tier.
If they ever release Marauder synergy, we're done for because that's where they put all the things that don't deserve synergy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This thing can honestly plop into any army if you have the points, whether Delta or Standard. Just plop it in, and it'll work.
Yeah, really. Even at what one? You said 130, 135,
132. Yeah.
Yeah. 135 is really. It's still worth it. It's still worth it because I mean, what is that? If you get 2 of them, that's 270.
Yeah.
For 2, that's well worth it.
It gives you 250 for some common core.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Run these guys with Tanukis or Gallery or something, and yeah, you're good.
6 defense is no joke.
No, it really isn't.
I can't believe that.
And 2 range, like that's a thing that like people always underestimate is that extra space of attack power really lets you just get through some screens and some blockades.
Yeah.
I'd have to do like a Maladrex build against how would I say against a couple of Fen Hydra just to see how she fares against them because Maladrex got 2 attacks of 5, but up against 4 attacks of 4 while she's trying to chop off the head or make a Festering Onguard burst forth from this thing, that would be an interesting match to have against and see how just by the numbers how like say out of 5 or 10 battles they would fare against each other. That would be interesting to test out. Anything else we want to say about Fen Hydra? It really is just like competitively. It's almost a little too much, I think. I think if someone brings this on, it's like you're not going to make friends. I don't think with this.
See, I like when units feel like they don't need a lot of synergies and they're just a good unit. Like this is just a good unit. It doesn't need a lot of pizzazz. Just plop it in and it'll do work. It doesn't need all this weird synergy web, and it's just strong. Sometimes good stats are good stats. Like
Those are the kind of units you gotta watch when they do
Yeah.
inevitably get synergy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And for the question, we were talking about this for uncommon heroes. They are treated as uniques according to the D&D Scape rulebook.
Yeah.
So
They're pretty much every power that mentions unique also applies to uncommon, except the only difference is you can have multiple of uncommons, and that you have to monitor their health and order marker usage independently.
Right. Okay. So that answers that question. But that's taking a look at Fen Hydra. I really got to skirmish with these guys sometime because they are fun. I got to like do competitively sometime with these guys too because I got Legular, I got Fen Hydra. That might be fun to think about that in the future. But that's taking a look at Fen Hydra. Watch out because I could be armed with them next time you face me competitively later. All right. Great. Now, what do we have now? Because we can drop this. I think we got some comments because we got time, and so
let's just have.
Press the right button here, and gonna minimize that. And let's talk a little bit because we have. We're in just less than an hour in the stream. We breezed through that pretty good.
It's tough when there's no bios for them. This kind of makes it go by a lot faster.
It does. Wait. Hold on 1 second, because I know it's not on the list, but let me just see if we can.
Joey's going off book.
I'm going off the book because it's like
he's doing it live, literally.
You know what? Let's read through another unit. Let's just do that because since we have the extra time, it's the next one. We're in the Fs now because we started with Fen Hydra, and we're just gonna keep on going down the list. How about we do that here? Okay, well, I'm gonna
giving me more work.
I'm gonna reshare. Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe, but you know what? I'm so backlogged in stuff that I'm releasing. You have a little bit of time. So that's all right. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at now, as a bonus for tonight, is Feral Troll. So we're totally unprepared. haven't had much time to think about it, but let's.
Good, I had this guy.
It's another D&D unit. It
is. Yeah, we're. It's like I guess all the E's and F's
D&D night on ToV Podcast.
D&D. All right, Feral Troll. Let me read through this. Okay, so. Utgar, Troll, Uncommon Hero, again, so it can be treated as unique. Hunter, Ferocious, Large 7, 8 life, move of 5, range of 1, attack of 3, defense of 1 at 90 points. So this is interesting. Blood Frenzy. When attacking with this Feral Troll, it receives 1 extra attack dice for each wound marker on the defending figure's army card, to a maximum of 3 additional attack dice for Blood Frenzy. So that's interesting. Regenerate. After taking a turn with this Feral Troll, remove 1 wound marker from this Feral Troll's army card. So you gotta make sure you put the skulls on this troll. Otherwise, it might take some time to die, even though it's got 1 itty bitty defense. And Nobleman Nick in the chat saying, "Good hero killer." Yeah,
I wish this guy was a beast.
Yeah, because the troll's a hunter. Yeah,
very nice.
If it was a beast, yeah.
Hello, chats.
Yes, I was building that list. I took that last tournament I went to. I wish this guy was a beast, but alas, I could not take him.
Oh, that'd be really fun.
What are the synergies? Okay, Ornak again. And Arctos, which is just an additional attack die. There's not really much synergy. So Ornak really is a good one, worth its weight in gold as far as like a flag bearer is concerned, because you can just bond it with a lot of uniques.
There's some fun stuff you can do with Ornak out there, but yeah, I've had a tough time with this guy in scenario play. If you're just doing your standard competitive match, but like I did like the Toxic Swamp mode at last ScapeCon, and this guy was just like I did like four. He was at like one life left, and he just scurried around, and he just kept on healing himself, and then he like would get wounds from the rising toxic mist, and just healed them all. He was annoying. It came down literally to points at the end of the game, and then at the end of the round, he healed one additional wound that won him the game. He won by like 10 points.
10 points over. And what's the delta points on this, Joe? Do you have that?
Ooh, yeah.
Price is Right again.
Let's play Price is Right again. Let's see what is the point value in delta points. Ryan, you're gonna go first.
Wait, over or wait? How many points is it raised or
Up or down?
How many points in general
for delta? You mean?
For delta, what is the delta points?
Oh, for this?
For Feral Troll.
Is it under the same or over? I'm gonna say 100 points. Let's just say 100 points.
Saying 100 points. Yeah. Okay. Warpig?
I'm gonna say he stayed dead nuts where he is.
Okay. And Josiah?
64.
64 points? He's 64 points.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you saying he went up 64 or is 64?
No, I'm saying he's 64 points in delta.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I would take a bunch of them if he was 64.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, not sure how you
Especially
would round that out.
Large is like the perfect size too. You can still take advantage of a lot of terrain.
Because he's got that one defense, and delta balances things competitively. In a competitive match, this guy's getting killed one turn by fourth mass, like in a single turn.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, drum roll, please. It is 90 points. So we're
correct.
Stays the same.
Stayed the same, yeah.
Okay, so Warpig, you got it. All right, and then of course there's no lore in this guy. He's just a troll, really. What do you need for a buy? He's just a troll. He explains himself, that
every turn. Not even. It's so funny. Even with generate, it just happens. There's no die roll. It just happens.
Oh. The ice troll has it too.
Yeah.
Ice trolls are nasty.
Played 4 of them.
They're fun. I like ice trolls more than feral troll.
And it's like kind of mixed in the tiers. Overall positive for him. Excellent against low defense or weakened heroes. Not so much against squads. Yeah, definitely. Squads would probably kill this guy pretty fast. Can potentially do well as cleanup. Yeah, since there really isn't any bonding options, for 90 points as like a large cleanup hero, that is a possibility for him, I guess. That
isn't there any hunter synergy?
Yeah, for Archatos.
Yeah, just
for
you
get a plus one.
Plus one attack. Additional attack.
Let's make a wolf build and just throw Feral Troll in there. Let's go.
They have some recent new VC stuff like Kolbjorn or whatever has some weird hunter synergy. There's some weird hunter synergy out there that's not like really direct.
Like an indirect. Yeah.
I mean, look, if it could help out, wait, no. What, aren't the Drudges hunters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hunters need a strong unit to kind of unify, because there's lots of hunter units with that tag that just kind of need a little something. Hunters are kind of like guards, or they kind of like, it's a tag who feels like it has lots of, like, anything that never says hunters get X bonus, like a Marcus kind of level of boost. I think they would be all really good.
Yeah.
This would be a fun one to use for Heroscape Adventures again, just as the hero to bring in, and he's dumber than a box of rocks, and like probably gets injured a lot, but at the same time still stays alive because he regenerates.
No, honestly, yeah, because at least for one of my personal rules is that you could take a small, medium, or large. I huge are kind of out of the picture because they usually save those for like boss battles and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, no, this one would fall under that.
He also leave comments on my YouTube videos too.
That troll. Would be internet trolls. You get those confusing. And even though the internet trolls do also regenerate as well.
New meme, troll for the internet. Feral troll.
Yeah. Let's get someone make a card for internet troll, and what powers and stats feral would they troll. Be?
Just switch the defense and the life.
1 life, 8 defense.
They got thick
my
skin
God.
until they actually get touched.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, it seems like a really fun unit. Another unit I got that's buried away in my mounds of Heroscape stuff that I gotta eventually try out. But yeah. So anything else to say about him before we close?
I'd love to see a boss monster version of him.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be a super regenerate? Like, what kind of power do you think?
I would just make him a sponge, just buff this HP stat up a lot and leave everything else exactly the same.
In the campaign of the D&D rulebook for Heroscape, this guy will chew through your army. Like, he pops up, and when you're just doing this guy against 2 or 3 heroes, he'll get some spicy attacks, especially if your hero walks into the room pretty wounded. So watch out if you're playing through the D&D Heroscape campaign from 10 years ago.
Sure. And
that would be something fun for a narrative play, because there's a lot of escapers that can only play one player.
Yeah.
If they redid like the Thorman's journals and all that as like, you're by yourself, here's the scenario.
Yeah.
There you go. And Justin in the chat saying Renak Vipers are hunters, so wouldn't be surprised if Renegade added hunter synergies in the next year or two. We'll see.
I'd be hoping.
Happens, yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, so that's taking a look at Feral Troll. Again, from the D&D batch. Seems like a lot of fun. All right, now we can close. Do that extra one for you all, because I love you all. You know, we need a little bit of extra stuff sometimes.
Yeah. What do they say? What is our fantastic fan saying? What do they say?
How about we look into comments? Here,
One last thing about the troll is we didn't comment on his man bun, which you just have to.
Oh yeah.
You can't really see it in the
that
picture, but
man bun going on.
yeah, it does. Yeah, the ponytail. Reminds me of my ponytail a little bit. All right, let's see. I need to find the right one here. I believe that's it. Okay, so comments. All right, so we're going to get into G.I. Joe a little bit for a second, because when I was going through the G.I. Joe in depth with Jeremy, like almost a month ago now, I was asking, anybody know about G.I. Joe lore? And apparently Inventive Harvest took up the call and has actually a bit, it's like 3 screenshots worth of text here. So let's read through this. Okay, about G.I. Joe lore. I used to call myself a G.I. Joe fan, but now I call myself a Larry Hama fan. Who is Larry Hama? Do we know that reference?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Lost.
I'll go do a Google search.
Okay. You gotta look that up. Larry is the guy who breathed life. Okay, it's one of the creators. Breathed life into all of great G.I. Joe characters. You're like, I just needed to read. I don't know why I ask questions before I'm done reading. Sorry, Inventive Harvest. Who breathed life into all the great G.I. Joe characters you are looking at. He wrote the G.I. Joe comics and still does today. There's a lot of G.I. Joe media out there, and a lot of it isn't good. However, Larry's G.I. Joe comics are top notch. There are some episodes of the cartoon that are great, The Masked Device and The Revenge of Cobra, but a lot are not great. I remember one episode where Flint and Lady J had to escape from the lava before they drowned. The movies also had... Next screen. Let's see here. Okay.
Looks like you cut it off. Unless you skipped a page.
Might have skipped a page.
Yeah, Lady J and escape the lava. Oh, you just scroll down.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't think I scrolled down. Okay. My bad. Where was I at? Okay. The movies are also bad. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That was
yeah, they weren't even close. But maybe because the latest Transformers movie teased that they're going to do a crossover between Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I screamed in the theater, and I remember that very distinctly. Anyway, go on.
So the old comics are where it is at for G.I. Joe lore. Here's an adaptation of the first issue someone did on YouTube, which I'm linking below. If you want to go to that comment, just go to the G.I. Joe live stream I did with Jeremy. First look. The lore on the Heroscape cards and character bios is a brief introduction to the characters when they first start. For example, it mentions there's some connection between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Now we can go over. Well, that mystery was solved decades ago. Storm Shadow ended up leaving Cobra and joining G.I. Joe and is now retired, seeking inner peace. Serpentor is dead, has been resurrected, and is now dead again, etc. So it's kind of confusing as to when this Heroscape crossover takes place. Apparently a long time ago, but time works differently in Valhalla. So okay, that's right. The thing is, yeah, I mean, people are pulled to Valhalla via. However, the link is broke now. Hasbro killed it. Said Inventive. Oh, hey, there's Inventive Harvest in the chat. Okay, there you are. Oh, so the link is broken now. Okay, yeah, that happens. So I don't know what the Joes are doing in Valhalla. The cards and character bios didn't really say. Hopefully the scenarios will shed some light on this, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just be G.I. Joe versus Cobra adventures in New York or something. Anyway, my fan theory about G.I. Joe and Valhalla goes like this. Moving over here. Thorman and his pirates will fail to destroy the last wellspring. The final AOA scenario has players teamed up cooperatively to stop Thorman. So Thorman summons Cobra to destroy the last wellspring. They succeed with the power of the wellsprings gone. Cobra Commander moves to take over Valhalla and rule it with an iron fist. Fortunately, the G.I. Joe Special Missions team follow Cobra into the portal and teams up with Drake Alexander and Shiori to stop Cobra once and for all. So that is Inventive Harvest's take on that. And when it comes to early, I mean, the movies, I only remember one particular movie, and this was, I haven't watched it, like I watched it when I was a kid, to where Duke takes Serpentor's snake staff in the chest, saving, I believe it was Duke's younger brother's life in the process. And apparently they wanted to kill off Duke at the end of that movie, but put in like a voiceover at the very end saying, "Oh no, Duke's just fine," you know. At least that's what my limited childhood memory is of that. But I remember watching it as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. There was this dude, like, it was like a new recruit type thing. So you had like rookie G.I. Joes in there, and they are the ones that ended up saving the day because all the rest of the G.I. Joes were end up captured or taken out of the picture. And there was, my favorite one was this guy who was a basketball player, and he had to like do a third person talk through on every move that he was doing throughout the process of the movie. And it's like, and he shoots and he scores, like, you know, throwing a grenade as he would throw a basketball or something. It was for me as a kid, it was pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'm currently going through now the G.I. Joe cartoons because it's free on Amazon currently if you have an Amazon account. And I'm enjoying it. It's fun going back. Like I'm also like reading through like Beast Wars, or watching through Beast Wars Transformers. That was my favorite cartoons growing up. As well as a few others, like Batman the Animated Series is classic as well. Ended up crying actually through one Batman episode the other day, just because it's like they just wrote things so simple and so good back then. But yeah, any thoughts on your guys' take on G.I. Joe?
No, I like his take, his idea about how Cobra's going to take over. Like, once again, the Heroscape lore to me feels very like what Fortnite is currently doing. I follow video games. I don't know if you guys do. I'm kind of a nerd about it. But it's just like every other like chapter or season in that game. It's like, oh, it's the Simpsons season and they taken over the island and it's the control over this thing. And it's like things are just kind of keep moving on and on and on because they're in this like purgatory of just overlapping games, and they've formed a story around that. And that feels like with Valhalla, because of how time works differently, you can keep the story going on and on and on because they're in this kind of constant loop of bringing people in and killing them off and bringing people in and then killing them off and bringing them in. So having that, storyline for having this new IP be part of it, opposed to where Marvel was, where it was just like this was just a separate. Thing. This was not really even a story, separate game, like everything.
Yeah,
right. So like, and obviously like them talking about, and well, you were talking about with the was it him or you? I don't know. Somebody was talking about how the kid, like, I don't know why Joes are there, but like, killing them. You were saying Duke. They were gonna say Duke is gonna die in the movie, and then they had to say something at the end, like, no, he's fine.
Yeah.
Which is the exact opposite of what Transformers did in 1986.
Right. I think
where
the reason why they saved Duke was because there was backlash for the Transformers character
from
Optimus.
Most likely because they killed off the entire line just to bring a new character. Obviously, like, that was, I love that movie so much. The Transformers movie is the best. But once again, I think it's so interesting because once again, Renegade does have some Transformers stuff, and I pray that they could do that with this, because how cool would it be is the reason that we have these classic characters of Transformers is because they died in the movie. Now, I know they all came back in season 4, but for the most part, most of them did. But it would be cool if they kind of retcon things, and it's like, okay, they, when Megatron finally went, or before, where let's say his soul left, before he turned into Galvatron, he's in Valhalla, and then Optimus is there, and you have Bumblebee and Ironhide and Ratchet and Starscream.
You even have an out already to bring him back because of what the stuff that Thorman's trying to do.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, the stakes get raised. And the woman Nick's saying G.I. Joe isn't in the lore for Heroscape. They just made figures for the game. Yet, at the same time, though, the G.I. Joe miniatures are in Valhalla. So whether they're tied into the main lore, or whether or not they just observe everything and aren't taking part of what's going on, which Renegade probably will do, they're still interacting. They're still part of that universe now. So whether you like it or not, there's going to be roles to play within this. You can't help it if you're gonna bust them in Valhalla. It's going to be part of that canon. Now,
and I think it's the right move. Like I said earlier about how they introduce all these other characters into Fortnite, I feel like they could do that with Heroscape, and it would just be fun. Like, it just make Valhalla this really fun world to live in, where all these characters that have died are in Valhalla, and they're all fighting this war or fighting conflicts, and it's like, because they're all characters that are just action characters that just battle all the time anyway. So why not just have all of them in the same place fighting each other? So you can have Cobra Commander fighting Optimus Prime, fighting Sergeant Drake Alexander, fighting snakes and robots and infantrymen. Like, this is what Heroscape is from its core. The characters, they're so much fun. But hey, I'm excited.
And now one thing, go ahead, Josiah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm more on the opposite side of Joe. I just feel like it makes things messy. I like that the figures exist. I like that people that like G.I. Joe can play it. But once you start adding canonicity to it, it gets a little wonky. Like, we can't talk about Valkyrie now, even though he's like an integral part of the Heroscape story. And it's not like it's not like it's a dream. Like, they're having impacts, and I don't know. And also the fact that they didn't get there from a wellspring, but like Mindbender, I think, brought them to Valhalla. Like, so the whole point of Heroscape is like everyone's kind of trapped here.
They weren't bought
by they can't like leave. They're stuck here. So but again, the lore doesn't really influence how you play. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I'm just like, I just hope
on this channel we're more concerned about it than most others. But
I hope it doesn't get messy, because like we were talking even like, oh, what age of G.I. Joe? It's going to mess with either G.I. Joe lore or our lore. It's going to, if we start bringing more IPs in, so we bring in Power Rangers or Transformers, it's just gonna get kind of like, I'm fine with existing, but the fact that it's kind of canon to Valhalla. It's kind of like, it's going to be hard to balance.
And here's something I'm actually a little concerned about, because I think that we already know that there's other ways to bring people to Valhalla other than through the power of the well springs, and one is the void, which I think Fiabani actually like kind of discovered that. I don't think she was brought to Valhalla by a wellspring. She has the power to cross between worlds, so that's how she got there. And Thorman is also bringing characters in through the void, aka the Kraken.
The Kraken.
And then you have G.I. Joe not being summoned by any Valkyrie general, just walking in themselves because of some invention being made. For me personally, I believe that devalues the power of the well springs, and in turn has the potential of devaluing the entire story altogether. So that's something that I'm a bit slightly concerned about it, and like you're saying, Josiah, it could potentially lead to a huge mess. Like, because once you start like expanding more threads, okay, how are you going to bring these together? In the story, it could come out of control.
It's what they're suffering with in Magic right now. They've made it so that there's more than one way to bring different characters from across. They call it the multiverse in that game, and now there's more sets that are not their base canon than there is of their base canon, and it's completely watered it down to it feels like you're playing with Mad Magazine and not Magic anymore. I don't want it. I don't want that to happen to Heroscape too.
We're on a line, and while I think this can be handled quite well, the way that IPs are being like how some IPs stories are being told or retold through different IPs, it just gives me reason to pause and be like, okay, let's take this one step at a time and make sure we're going to do this right and worthy of the people who originally created this world and this lore. But yeah, anyway, that a very interesting discussion. Anything else to say about that?
I have a lot of thoughts. I won't rant to. I think they're trying to do it really in a good method.
Faith.
I think it's not like bad. At least I think even with how they're doing G.I. Joe right now, it's like I just feel like it's a slippery slope. So as long as they take care with it, I'm back and forth. I'd rather have the D&D equivalent where the generals bring things from other worlds, from that IP, and like very directly integrated, or is it better to have it more ignorable, that they kind of come on their own, do their thing, and then leave? I'm not sure. I don't know where I stand on it, but it's interesting because Thorman, at least I was looking at the lore book they teased, and it seems like we're going to get like some kind of time storm type of deal where it's like bringing large like continents and like pieces of other worlds to Valhalla. So I think it's an interesting aspect to bypass the Wellsprings, like the next level. Wellsprings are not an issue anymore. It's this massive
I think
time
that's a
storm
mistake. If that's part of the lore that I haven't read yet, that's what one of the things they're hinting on, which I have not read. So you're surprising me here a little bit because I haven't read
spoilers.
I haven't read that spoiler yet. It's like they were telling actually in the comments like, oh, there's stuff you can read from the lore book right now. I'm like, I haven't read a thing yet with it. So if that's part of it, then that could be a mistake. That could be.
I think it's interesting. I think it's
fascinating that I disagree with you guys. This is so weird. I feel this is like I'm excited for that because like we've been with the wellspring. I mean, it is weird that they just gave us wellspring water and they're like, we're done with the wellsprings. You're like, you just gave us the water tiles. Are you serious?
Well, it makes sense that they're poisoned, but I don't. It just,
they're poisoned.
I don't know. It just devalues them, I think.
No, and I agree with that, but I feel like we've dealt with the wellsprings for so long. Or we can continue just fighting over the same thing over and over again. No, there's no way, because then it's just going to feel like G.I. Joe or Transformers. Oh, we got to get that Energon. I'll get you next time, Cobra. You're like, it's like over and over again. Like, we can't just keep going with the same thing.
They're doing a really great job of advancing the story in a direction instead of like having it be this perpetual battle. Like Utgar, at least in this current, from what we know, has been killed. things are in motion. Like new generals are rising up. Like there's stuff happening. They're working towards some kind of end game or next series of adventures, which I'm excited about.
I can appreciate that. That gets you something to get excited about.
Yeah.
There's even if they're completely made up, it puts stakes into the story.
Sure. Sure. No. Yeah. No, I understand that. Anyway, Inventive Harvest. Thank you so much for that comment and the conversation.
Good conversation starter. Honestly, that was great.
Absolutely. All right. Now, one more comment. Bring this in from Prawns Gaming 5083. It says, and we're going to more of a competitive car stat side of it. I don't know why Renegade hasn't been using enemy figures, opponents' figures, or friendly figures in quotations for some of the wording. But when they say engaged or not engaged, they are often referring to friendly or enemy figures. It just makes things more complicated, in my opinion, because classic cards are almost all worded that way, and now they started changing it. This is more like how you read the cards type thing. Josiah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they're referring. Is it to the one of the new death, the Eisenek Necrotech things?
I think
that's
so.
I think it has to attack all adjacent opponents. Because I read that it could attack someone up high up on a tower, but then you really have to know the difference between adjacent and engaged. And it was just kind of wonky. I don't know why they're stepping away from it. It just seems easier to say you have to attack all figures next to you. It seems unnecessarily bulky.
Yeah, I know reading through the wording of some of these, I was confused. I had to confirm with some of my panel at the time. Was like, okay, is this what this is actually saying? And it took me a few tries to actually understand some of these. So I think that's one of the things where Prawns Gaming is coming from. Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed it too much, but the first thing that came to mind was Sergeant Drake. His grapple grab. It does say, and I looked it up. It does say about enemy small or medium figures for his grapple grab, which I hate that they even said that, because I want to be able to use grapple grab for whatever purpose I want, opposed to if I want to bring in a Vanek Viper in the future and smack him in the face, or if I want to save my own unit and help them and get out of engagement that they shouldn't be in. Does that make it more powerful? I don't know. Maybe, but at least give me that choice. Don't let my gadget determine it has to be enemy only. It's not like it's a predator and it has to attack everything. Sergeant Drake's a good guy. Should be able to save and take things. Unless they're saying, okay, you could take the small enemy, medium figure away from your, from your friendly figures, but yeah, no. So we were talking. So you guys were talking about what unit again? What Renegade unit?
It's the
Eisenek multi-limbed guys, I think it was.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So that's
Rolly Boys.
No, it's the new one they announced. The one with the chainsaw arms. The gas blade, I believe.
Reavers, I think. Yeah,
I wanted to say Gold Grip, but that's the wrong one.
Reavers, Gold Grip, Claw Grip. There's many variations of them, which is really cool.
Interesting.
Really cool.
Okay.
So for clarity, let me just read the ability of the Necrotech Gas Blade. If Necrotech Gas Blade attacks with Wild Spin special attack and must attack all adjacent figures, even ones you are not engaged with, roll each attack separately. What it's saying is you have to attack everyone that's next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bulky. It's obtuse.
It's but there's a reason for it. There's a reason for the wording. They're trying to standardize things like problem solving text, and unfortunately this was a casualty to try to explain something relatively simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's
I mean, do you want to see a word salad? Go take a look at Zenithrax and tell me what a vine glyph does.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's yep. No, I get that.
You're not wrong with that.
It's a matter of just
special power that lets you reference a card that's like this.
Getting good at explaining things, basically. Like say Ken might say, "Speak, Clara," or maybe in the tournament someday.
But I feel like even if I read it as it must attack all adjacent figures, I get it. Like, yes, it has to attack everybody around it. There's not even ones you're not engaged with. Does it? It sounds like it has reach almost. Like, and it didn't tell me that it has reach.
Yeah, but actually,
know?
I think the question that was brought up too for that was like, so do you have to attack like all figures around you, include enemy and friendly? I think that's the question that we came up with that night.
And
it's not specific, so.
And you know what's crazy too is that there's tons of space on that card. They not I mean, I want things to be simple and simple, but like, you know, just the simple text, sure, but like, and keep it short. But there's plenty of room if they wanted to add those, you know,
word salad.
to it.
Word salad's fine as long as it's healthy for you. You know?
Right,
Well,
but
it's more words. It's more words than saying you must attack all figures adjacent to this fig. You know, like it's just the engaged paraphrasing is just kind of extra. It feels like not needed.
Stretch the words out. We've had plenty of cards that have this kind of verbiage. Stretch the words out. Give it a deeper paragraph. Keyword it. Be done with it.
Yeah,
sure. And fellas, you know how many times I've had to read cards, or like in my head, I say the full name out. How many of these cards that they're like, oh, Xenothrax the Vine Weaver has to do this, and Xenothrax the Vine Weaver this, the Xenothrax. Let's just say Xenothrax. It's Xenothrax the Vine Weaver.
Or abbreviate.
The Ford Siren, and this. Oh my God! Just say the first name and be done with it. They have no problem saying the full name.
It's like reading the Bible.
Oh, friendly adjacent figures.
Where you're like, if you're reading like numbers, they're saying the same names over and over again.
Yeah, like
Hagar, the son of Bethulah.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be like a policy. You say the name completely out the first time, and then every time after that, it shows up in the text from top to bottom. Doesn't even matter if it's the same ability. It's just the name, not the full name.
Yeah.
No epitaphs.
So I guess that's something we're kind of concerned about. So who came up with the names for these figures?
All different types of people, for sure.
And I'm 100% in agreement with Doggins on the blah of blah names. Like, I'm tired of them.
Yeah,
for sure. Just one name, you know, that's it. Yeah, we don't. People don't want titles. They want courage.
A lot more.
People don't follow titles. They follow courage. So yeah, that's
yeah.
Anyway,
it was a lot more factionally oriented. That kind of made them feel more grandiose, but just drop them. Just like we had Thorgrim the Viking Champion. Is Thorgrim the Viking Champion spelled out in the card text?
Good question. Hold on, I got you.
Bill Flint. Was it Renegade or the War Council for? Well, some of the Renegade AOA stuff was renamed slightly. Some of their stuff was renamed.
Just says Thorgrim.
Yeah, so you don't even. So we have precedent.
Yeah.
First name. Thank you.
A prime example of things that were renamed was Tortuga, Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, that's it. That's one. And then Night Irene wasn't originally Night Irene.
Renegade did rename something, so some of it was War Council, some of it was Renegade. It's a mix.
But it's like, we don't need Nigok Sa, the warlord of Morrow. Like, okay, we don't. Then again, that would be kind of dope. But
actually,
that's not the point.
That would be actually.
Put it in the title. Don't put it in the card text.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
We will know.
I kind of liked
what
it for
means,
the Dryans, but I don't like it in the card text. Like it kind of made the Dryans feel like they had a position in the world. But if everyone has a position in the title, it makes it a little bit less impactful.
We don't like for example, Dorm, right? Dorm. I'm looking at him right now. You know, his name is usually Dorm, right?
Yeah.
And then in the bio, you find out he's the Bulkhead Brawler, and it's about him as the Bulkhead Brawler. Like, oh wow, cool. And then as a nickname, because you read the lore, you can say, hey, I'm going to move my first turns with the Bulkhead Brawler, and you go, what? Oh, read the lore, bud. It's so awesome. Read about his chicken axe and what powers it. Oh, so good.
I am the law. Okay.
Yeah.
Enough pop culture references. All right. Thank you so much, Prawns Gaming, for that comment and the discussion.
Good comment. I like it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. These comments are inciting some deep stuff with all of us.
Yeah, for
Before
sure.
this whole podcast, we're just like, that's a pretty nice card.
Honestly,
Fen Hydra's
at
good.
some point, if we can fit in like even if it's on a Wednesday, Ryan, let's just do a comments cast because it's bringing up some really good conversations.
There is a buildup of them, including like I said, a little bit of Spotify too. People are commenting, and feel free. I'd say if this happens to where sometimes like for like backstages and stuff for members or Patreon supporters, we do get some comments. So sometimes we talk about those on backstage. But if we start getting, we do have like usually a steady stream of comments, but we even get like even more so that might end up being an option in the future, depending on how the base grows. So yeah, definitely consider that. Not that I need more material for streams. My goodness, I'm backlogged as it is. But anyway, how about we wind down for tonight and give some plugins and yeah, let's do that. Joe, go ahead.
All right, cool. I just want to say what Bill Flint said in the comments. I also don't think you can become engaged with friendly figures. So yes, that once again doesn't matter. Just so dumb, so dumb. But yeah. So just an update for anyone following, I guess, or know about my health issues. I'm fine now. I'm good. I still feel like in a mental nightmare. Someone's pranking me. That I have diabetes. I just. I have to give myself insulin every day. It's kind of crazy. But otherwise, I'm feeling fine. I'm healthy. I'm on a good diet. I got control of things. But yeah, it's the holidays. This year has been absolutely nuts for me. So I know Bill Flint was like, Joe, when's the next video? I'm like, I want to get it out there. Don't worry. Like I'm very excited, but like every day has been a mental gymnastics to do something is just getting in the way of something else that it's more time sensitive. So it's like I'm trying to get the time to fit it in, but I'm working on a script. I'm trying to finalize that script because things have changed, so I have to retool it. I got some other filming to do, and I'm just finding a spot in this new house to film. I don't like filming up here. I need a good background. I'm exploring places downstairs that have a nice blank wall so I can, just have a good place to record. Because I'm not ready to set up all my lights to do a green screen. I want to be able to perfect that. And I would need more time for that. But yeah, so I don't want to say too much about the video. I'm very excited about it. It's probably going to be like such a good start for the new year because there's a lot of content that I'm going to be working on that's moving towards more of the community. So I'm very passionate about this video, and I want to make sure it's right too. I don't want to just like edit something together or film something together and just rush it out. But I really do appreciate everyone asking about my health and the support. People who have been reaching out to me. So I thank you to all those people out there. So with that said, your videos are fun to watch and gets me excited to play Heroscape. Why am I asking? No, of course. And I do appreciate that, Bill. Please. I mean, I really do. It makes me feel so warm inside. But yeah, so with that said, I don't really have anything else going on. The bunnies aren't up here, so there's no bunnies eating the bottoms of my tripod. That happened last night, and I'm very mad about it. But anyway, I will pass the torch. I am not crazy. I'm Joe crazy.
And just like I said, I'm backlogged, so I haven't released this yet. But a backstage that me and Joe did last week, we actually went through some of Joe's old videos, and we had a little bit of fun with that.
Very one specific live one I did. if anyone was around for the beginning of the Age of Annihilation, will know about what we watched.
Tangent, but Age of Annihilation was announced 2022, just to make you all feel old.
I don't need to feel any older than I already am right now, because in a few weeks I'm going to be 43. So yeah, yeah. Well, it's actually more like 4 weeks, but yeah, 4, whatever. All right, Josiah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Sa, aka the Roguescaper. You see me posting all my paints and talking at great length in all the painting Discord channels. I do have a YouTube channel where I paint Heroscape. I've been doing it pretty consistently live every Thursday, so hop on around 8 p.m. Central Time and I'll paint a figure. You can tell me what to paint. I'll usually do that too. Usually most people hop on just to distract me. They say, "Hey, what's this?" and I get up and I don't get any painting done. Usually is how it works. Yeah, but I have some videos in the works. I'm getting out of a very busy part of my life, and I just get some stuff coming. Just some videos, some collabs, and yeah. So just be sure to follow me there or check me out on Instagram where I post all the stuff I work on as well. At Roguescaper, and yeah, I just hope everyone stays warm and stays cool.
Absolutely. And Warpig, go ahead. It's been great. It's great having you with us tonight.
Thank you. So I do streams on Twitch very, very erratically. Y'all want to see them? Leave comments down here. I'll start doing them again.
I want to see
that's about all I got.
Yeah, absolutely. And Warpig has been instructing me with painting and stuff during my. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing more painting streams actually, because I'm not that great at the painting, but I'm getting encouraged by other people in the community to do that, so I'm doing that. So appreciate you, Warpig, being with us, and definitely check out link in description below for everybody here. Anything else, Warpig? I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
I said this guy up here is a good helper too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up above me.
Yeah. Well, Josiah was kind of the start because he sent me a bunch of stuff, and half of it was unpainted, so it was more like a nudge, like, okay, you do this, bud, you do this. So that's what I kind of did.
Put the onus on him.
This is backwards. Some of Joe's stuff was pretty good too, and I was going through Josiah Rogues. Too many J's. Going through Rogue's backlog on Discord.
I'm literally surrounded by Joes. That's and I can talk about that backstage. But yes, okay. And I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. And guys, just released the full re-edit of Season 2, and there is a contest ongoing. Just leave a comment on that Season 2 video for the contest, which will be doing like a drawing, I think on the 15th or something like that. So definitely check that out. Enjoy season two in its entirety. And pretty soon we will be launching and premiering the re-edit of Season 3 as well. That will be a 2-hour. Season 3 is 2 hours long, and it's so good. It's so good. So can't wait to do that by the end of the year. And yeah, so I guess like, subscribe, share, keep the conversation going. And I do have a backlog of stuff for those of you who listen to this on Spotify. This, and as well as here on the channel, this is the last ToV podcast for this year. We will be doing some live streams like meme review and stuff, but it's not going to be oriented to the ToV podcast in itself. But there is, so I'll be releasing this on Spotify. There's 2 other ToV specials that I still need to release on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify, keep on listening, because there'll still be stuff coming out, and even into the end of the year. And appreciate all the support there who are listening to us via the audio sphere. But really appreciate everybody who has joined us this year. It's been great. Looking forward to next year when we just get overwhelmed. And try to keep up. Yeah, and there might be some new ToV specials that we're going to be doing next year as well, to where we might get more in depth with actually competitive play, since was it Casters of Valhalla kind of has kind of bowed out, is no more now. We've got Jandar's Dispatch, but I thought maybe we can do something to help improve our competitive game and do something special for that. So stay tuned for that next year. And thank you everybody who's joined us in the chat tonight. Appreciate y'all. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see all of you next time.